If you have 1,000 Kenyan shilling, that is less than $10 every week. Do this before it's too late. I mean, I received a call yesterday and somebody asked me, hey, Joseph, I am a mason. In Kenya, we call them fundis. Fundis are people who deal with bricks and stones and what have you and building. They are casual laborers. They are people who do not earn a lot of money. And he said, Joseph, I can only surrender 1,000 Kenyan shilling every week. And I'm so much interested in this journey of building my portfolio as far as the stocks and shares are concerned. Because honestly, what you say, I can see it on the stock market and I would like to do something. This person does not have a lot of money. Maybe probably it's you and you only have 1,000 shilling. You don't have a lot of money. You want to build yourself, take yourself to the next level and ultimately achieve this goal of financial freedom. What do you do if you have that amount of money? Listen, 1,000 a week is equivalent to like 52,000 per year. That's like 260 something thousand in 5 years time. That is just by setting aside, not investing. Are we together? How about if you invest this money? I'm not going to complicate this video. I'm going to make it very easy for you guys where you can be able to digest it and obviously assimilate it in your financial life. This is Good Joseph. Don't forget to hit that like button. Make sure that you subscribe and leave a comment on the comment section. So what should you do? Simple. Pick just 3 or even 2 shares every week. Buy them alternatively. If this week you buy Safaricom shares, next week you can buy KCB shares, and the other week you can buy equity shares. Or those are quite good dividend stocks. Those are stocks belonging to a blue chip companies. Safaricom is a blue chip. KCB is a blue chip. Equity is a blue chip. Probably, I know you may be like, what is a blue chip? A blue chip company is a company that, in a layman's language, it's a company that, I mean, it's a big company. Let me just say that it's a big company. I mean, it going down in the drain, it's next to impossible. I'm not saying it can't happen, but next to impossible. It's that big company. I want you to close your eyes and imagine this. Do you imagine one day waking up and there is no KCB Bank? Do you imagine one day waking up and there is no Safaricom? Even if it will happen, how many hundreds of years from today? Good, you got my point. Those are blue chip companies. They're not they're companies who have consistency in terms of the growth, in terms of profit. They invest a lot. They have a structure of future of expanding and prospect of expanding. Safaricom, Equity, and KCB. Those are companies that they are aiming to get into the Ethiopian market. Some of these companies are expanding beyond the 6 countries that they are already existing in this continent of Africa. Pick those 2 companies. Those are 3 companies. Let's say week 1 you start by buying the Safaricom shares. They're quite affordable. At 30 shilling per every share, with 1,000 shilling, you have yourself like 30 something shares. The next week, you can buy Safaricom, or rather the KCB, quite pricey. If a share is going for like 67 shilling as we speak, probably that will get you 15 or thereabout. Nowadays it's quite simple. You can even buy one single share of a given company. The other week you can buy the equity bank. So you keep alternating, but you can buy Safaricom shares this week, then next week you realize there is still an opportunity to buy more of it. It doesn't mean that you have to always alternate them. You can accumulate that what makes sense. You know why I'm pointing out these stable companies out there? Sure, I could have told you go buy Kenyari, could have told you go buy, say, companies like CIC Group, likes of, but those ones are, allow me to call them the penny stocks, because indeed, more or less, they are penny stocks because they do not cost a lot of money. But doesn't mean necessarily just because the price is down, it means that those companies will grow. Neither am I saying the other way around. No, but what I'm saying is go pick those companies that are good and stable. By the way, if you take this pen and paper and a calculator and sit down and understand, if you were to invest as little as 1,000 shilling in the stock market, do that continuously for the next 1 year. Just for 1 year. That is 52,000 Kenyan shilling. Pure money invested. I have not, calculated how much you earn in terms of dividends. Listen, guys. I'll give you my own self-example. There was a time I was earning 1,000 shilling a day. For those who have been with me on this YouTube channel for long, know what I'm talking about. Scroll down to my older videos like 4 or 5 years ago. I was a painter. I was literally painting. You can see those first videos I was making. I was on overall or apron or whatever you call it. painting. I was making 1,000 shilling a day. That is like $7 or something or thereabout. And I knew the money I'm making, surely this may not, build the dream that I'm having. But I had a system. For me, well, I was buying some little here and there shares, but ultimately my aim was to buy a good, nice phone, production equipment, so that I make videos, so that I can make the good Joseph that today by the grace of God. So what happens whenever it comes to the building of wealth? You may not have a lot of money. You may not have a million, two or three or something like that. For example, the video I made yesterday was purely about the corporate bond offered by I&M. You needed a minimum of $500,000. Probably do not have that money out there. But how do you ultimately get there? You get started from somewhere. And this is what I always tell people. If you cannot be trusted with 1,000 shilling, rest assured that you cannot be trusted with 10,000 and ultimately even 100,000 or even more, a million shilling. Never ever have this mentality that you can only start investing when you hit a million or 100,000 or something like that. All right. See, now those shares that I've shared with you, there are 3 of them, and those shares are purely for dividend stocks. Now, how about you pick some growth shares? 2 of them. You can pick a growth shares such as the East African breweries, that is EABL, all right? And 2, you can pick cooperative shares. Cooperative Bank is going for around 31 shilling as of yesterday, okay? Again, I'm making this video on the 1st of May, okay? It's a holiday. So I'm talking about yesterday meaning like Thursday when the market was open, because obviously the market is closed now. Now, if you pick those 2 shares, and probably you can split your money into 2. On the weekend, you can buy these 2 companies. You buy some EABO, although EABO might be a bit costly or pricey for you because it's going almost to 300 shilling. Probably you can buy 3 shares or something like that. Sure, it's okay, no problem. You can start from there. Accumulate time by time. Let me tell you one secret. For me, okay, fine, I don't think there is anything to hide. For me, I started buying cooperative shares. Those were my very, 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 very first shares. And honestly, if you zoom, if you go to my portfolio, I have, of all the companies I've bought, I think I have more cooperative shares than any other share on my portfolio. Not because that the cooperative banks turned out to be the best out there. No, okay, fine. When I started buying shares, I know you're going to crucify me for that, but I wasn't an expert. But I fell in love with this company, I just fell in love and I was buying these shares crazily. And this is how I used to buy. With 1,000 shilling, 1,500, 1,600, 2,000, something like that. Back then, we didn't have the minimum. We didn't have like this door where you can buy even less than 100 shares. So you must, because shares back then were trading at a quite low, talk of 10 shillings or something like that. And then I remember I used to make sure that the moment, at the back of my mind, I knew that if I needed to buy cooperative shares, I needed a minimum of, say, 1,400 shilling. So every time I hit 1,400 shilling, I go buy cooperative bank. Every time I hit 1,400, every time I hit 1,400, that is exactly what I used to do. Nowadays, you can even buy with as little as 100 shilling. You can even start there buying like 3 shares or something like that. So that's why I'm saying, if you have 1,000 shilling to spare every month, if you ask me, honestly, it makes sense to invest in this stock market rather than having that merry-go-round that you're having with your guys out there. Maybe after 1 week, you're given that 5,000, you go buy, I don't know, shopping, or maybe probably you go buy that shoe or something like that. It's over, it's done, you have nothing else to show, and you keep on repeating that cycle because you're not intentional in the creation of wealth. Absolutely. Again, this is not a financial advice. It's not me telling you, go buy this, go buy that. No, it's me educating, This is for education purposes only. Trying to sort of like evoke your mind into a bit or poke your mind into some bit so that at least you can be able to see, sure, even if you do not have a huge chunk of cash, you can start there, then ultimately you can build yourself as you progress out there. Because that is how we build ourselves. You have to be intentional at the By the way, let me tell you one secret. If you start investing as little as 1,000 shilling, you will not see any big difference. Maybe even after 1 year. You won't really feel wealthy. By the way, let me tell you one secret. This is what I used to tell my guys whom used to paint, because some of them are still painting. And I'm not blaming them for not doing what I told them. I'm not perfect. Sure, there is a huge grace of God on that. And I said thanks to God. But You have to be very intentional in life. I told them, if today I decide saving 1,000 shilling every week, on the fourth week, there will be no difference between me who have saved and you who hasn't. I mean, if if I give you two people here, the John and Jack, they're all standing here. One has 4,000 and the other one has nothing. Will you tell the difference between the two? No, you can't. Even when they save at their 100 at 10,000, you can't tell the difference. But one day, may not be next month, may not be the next 6 months, may not be the next even 1 year. But I can tell you one day, probably after 1 year and something or 2 years going for henceforth, you realize that indeed there is a difference. Because when you have money, or when you start building that financial stability deep inside of you, especially as a man, I do not know much about, but as a man, you start, we can tell peace. We can smell peace in your life. We can smell change. We can smell difference. We can smell progress. We can smell growth. You know, we usually make a joke with some guys when we're hanging around, and they say, I mean, this is a very casual joke, and please take it lightly. And we say, ladies have the ability to smell somebody with a man, even if you play low. They can just smell. They can just tell. You know what? This dude has something. So, but then you see, that is always built with consistency and time, remaining committed, and then ultimately, there's some of you earning that amount of money in a week, or you can get that money in a week. You've never even seen 50,000 at a go, like in bundle. You've never seen that amount of money. The moment you hit those levels, that's now time you start celebrating, celebrating, celebrating. And then you remain consistency. And then you keep pushing until one day when you shall hit that target and a goal that you always aim. Just to recap what exactly I've said, if you have 1,000 shilling, before it's too late, I'm making this video on May, all right? May 1st. We're having like a whole 7 months ahead of us. So how about you just remain committed in investing that 7 months? That's like 20 something, is it 20 something? 7 times 4 a month, like almost like that ish there, or say weeks to go. That would be like 30 something thousand invested there. Just invested purely. We've not even calculated any capital gain invested there. Now, tell me, will you be the same person when we celebrate, or we usher in the new year 2026 or 2027 rather, if God gives us the grace and that opportunity? You will never be the same. This is not a motivational video. Again, it's not a financial video where I'm telling you, hey, go withdraw your money, do this. No, please, that is my disclaimer. This is for education purposes only. Always sit down, figure out. If possible, go to the extent of contacting your financial advisor so they advise you on what exactly you can invest on. They do what we call the risk analysis and all that, what you have on the table. This is Good Joseph at all the time. Please don't forget, hit that like button, make sure that you subscribe, and leave a comment in the comment section. Just to leave you with a point, for you to purchase shares or for you to buy shares, you can do so by having yourself a CDS account. Identify a stockbroker of your choice, open the CDS account, progress, or you can even use that simplest form that you have out there. See you there, guys, in the next one.